Hello, welcome back to Mario Party. I'll be your host, Toad! And it's defense time again, and I swear to you, I did not lie in the thumbnail. Something so statistically unlikely happened this week that you gotta stay tuned to see it. But first, you gotta see something that might even seem more impossible when you witness it. So check this out. We got the unit that always wins, the other unit that doesn't always win, but always makes you feel stupid when you lose to it, and the unit that is actually good. I'm going to stick by this unit is actually good. The unit that gives the movement, and the unit that's merged. And the good unit. Okay, so what happens here? It turns out my right side might be a little bit exposed, and indeed I do make changes because this is problem. I do not like. And so I do want to talk about the Triandra Refine. I've heard a lot of people saying is just like bad and makes the unit worse. I promise you, I'm not showing the battle animations because you don't have all the time in the world, neither do I. But Triandra was still forecasting 0 with the Refine in those, and attacked first anyway because we're playing a game that makes sense. I think that the chip damage is totally worth it, and it makes it harder to like block in or like leave them alive in player phase strats. So I'm team Triandra, Remix, and Refine. Is all pretty good. Refine is okay, Remix is amazing. That's how I feel about Triandra. But so look at what's happening here. Take a good little peep. This is the first match of the week, obviously, so you gotta greed for those pots. But sometimes you can't get as far as you might like. And Embla can kinda still get in there and do that. So, victory from the jaws of defeat, that's how we like to start the week. And we like to keep it going, too. So we're gonna watch one more win first before we get into what beats this team, and we're gonna see how I change the team to make, that right side a little bit less vulnerable. It's this unit, you know it's this unit, they're a bonus unit, I like them. They beat whatever they attack, so that's always nice. What do we have here? I wanted to get this unit off the tickets for the anniversary. I got Dua Dorothea instead, so no complaints. It's this thing again, of course, with this unit as support, who I think this unit gets more hate than is deserved, even though she's certainly not amazing. So let's see this in action. And it looks like there's just no respect for Embla, which is a mistake that I will never stop making myself, so no shade, no harm. But, the Triandra Remix really is something special, because, God, that makes Hinoka so much more difficult to deal with, and it's not like she was easy in the first place, it's just amazing. This person must be a big Guinevere fan, which I respect. Good choice, cool choice, interesting choice. But, yeah, Firestorm Dance, just, like, being gifted to this somewhat necessary unit, really changes things, and I'm honestly considering setting up a Dancer Trap to make sure Hinoka always has, Desperation, because it's kinda good. So thanks for the footage, Euler. Hope the rest of your week went well. Now, let's take a look at what beats this team. And you might be surprised, because it's Edelgard, but it's not Edelgard, it's just Edelgard. Another, more footage, more good data that we are playing a very silly game. But, another Chrom believer, I like to see that. I like using Chrom. Rearmed Chrom, very fun in air offense. But, it's really... How does this work, actually? Let's see it. I forget how this worked. Okay, so it's a little bit of this. Really smart use of the aerobatics, and really strong understanding of the range. So, a very cheeky safe defense play. Who does this? This is crazy, but, I mean, I got God, so close. So close. And from here, you can just kind of finish it. And the fact that they are a red unit instead of a blue or even green unit means that the Triandras can do that much less. So even with that impressive chip, it's not going to get it done. And I mean, the duo skills really just make it unreasonable. So, easy finish. And the disrespectful Dancer KO I would do the same thing, so I have to respect it. I have to like it. I don't get to complain. But that's what beats this team. But then if we go up a little bit further, we just keep on checking out... Wait a second. That's the same name. And it kind of looks like it might be the same unit? There's no way, right? This can't happen. There's how many people in the Vault of Heaven? Probably 10,000, something like that? Definitely more than 3,000. And, oh yeah, it looks like it's the same team, although they're not even positioned the same. But it's sure the same strategy, and it sure still works. So we're not going to watch that again. We're just going to mauled over it a little bit. As you can see, the rematches were taken. You're going to have to tune in again later this week if you want to know how that went. Stay subscribed and you'll catch it, I'm sure. Stick around, and you know what else? I think the next match is going to be subscribers only. So, might as well hit that button so you can know about, so you can see what's next and know about the exciting token story. Anyway, let's see what happened here with Raptor. This is another one that's a little bit interesting, I think, just because, look at this unit, right? +9. I assume, like, flowered to the T's? Yeah, I think Freya is the best bad unit in the game. I've said that before. It just feels true to me somehow, because she has so many effects that are actually good, but they just, like, don't quite work together the way you want them to, or don't work in the way you need them to in the places she's being used. Like, she had special acceleration, oh, so good, but she doesn't. And so many things, but like, you can just kind of put her in situations and she becomes difficult to deal with, and like right here, right, I see that and I assume, oh, she has Gale Force, oh, this is about to get nuts. But no, she can't charge Gale Force like that, so she doesn't. But she does have like Speed Smoke, inbuilt DR, a billion stats, full no follow-up, all DC, so much going on. And, I mean, she's trusted with this situation. And if you look at this, even after the panic, she is so close to living Yunaka. And I believe Yunaka didn't have enough speed to double there, which is just absurd if you think about it. Like, if you think about, like, the image you have of Freya in your head and the image you have of Yunaka as a nuke, it should not be remotely close. It should be an absolute slaughter. And yet, I think she actually got doubled back. So, that was so close to working, except, like, obviously, Igrian was there, who could probably have done it just as well. And, like, the rest of the team is working quite nicely in the situation, so it's not really a close call, but I do think it's interesting that Freya is, like I'm saying, like, so close. I'm sad that they did that to her. But I guess what it really goes to show is that, despite what your eyes might tell you, Freya's not the GOAT. Embla's the GOAT. We learned in the first match. Embla is actually the GOAT. So let's just check out a few more of these really quickly. This one... This was an attempt to player phase, I believe. Yeah. I mean, they have some solid units to player phase. Who needs dancers when you've got it built into your kit already, right? Disarm Trap Yunaka. Actually kind of Gigabrain. So, like, using all the Kanto in the world, taking out a problem unit, or not? Is Yunaka a good nuke? Who can tell? I don't know how I got away with that. I guess is it bonus week? It's bonus week, so that, I suppose, is why she's such a GOAT right now. Maybe Freya does indeed hold the title. I don't know. But, you know, making plays and forcing the trap gamble, and I win that time, so we're doing something to stop player phase strategies, but I do want to make more changes to do even more to stop player phase strategies, because I think that would be nice. Now, we have the best replay of the week, so if you stuck around this long, you done good, kid. These are the 3 units that always win. I have found that these 3 units always win. And these 3 examples of units in particular happen to be, oh gosh, oh golly, oh gee. The mythics are not, which is actually like, oh, this one is too. But the mythics are not, which is like actually huge respect to this person for not playing Intelligent Systems' silly little game, but also like still playing Intelligent Systems. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So what is going to happen here? There's no way we win this, right? This can't be won. Also, raise your hand. Oh, I'll wait for it. You can let's see the footage first. Let's see. Okay. So once again, Embla kind of goated. Embla's kind of goated. That's the way it is. Really impressive showing by Yunaka, but she could also really use the desperation, actually. Maybe I could do something with Emblem Marth in that. Now, who knew, off the top of their head, that Legendary Aleer had AoE protection in her weapon? Because I really didn't. I was shocked to see that she can just take the hit like that.
Let's be quick.
Now, here, this honestly doesn't look like something my team would win to me. I am not convinced by this, but it turns out that Hinoka, well, first of all, that pre-combat damage is stupid and busted and overpowered, so we get that one pretty confidently, and that one for free, because Legendary Camilla is like, what were they thinking? But it turns out Charge isn't actually 3 movement, so Hinoka is fully activated, and I mean, you know, at this point, nothing matters, if I'm being honest with you. But Double Dancers continue to be PogChamp. I love to see it. Really just defeating maybe the 2 most impressive units in the game right now at plus 10 like that. Really feels good, even if RNG really spit in my milk. But let's watch this last match and get out of here. So you can get out with your week and I can get out with mine. Deal? Glad to have you here. Okay, what's this one? It's Desertina! With not necessarily the most built team to support, I respect the underleveled Mythic every time. I'm actually a big fan. I've done it myself. With, rest in peace Triandra, but now she does more, which is better, probably. I mean, we've seen the effects of Desperation. So let's see, Desertina sometimes is a very impressive unit, sometimes kind of doesn't do anything. And in this case, well, Hinoka is actually one of the hardest possible counters because of that speed sweep effect. And the Desperation, not even Null C will help you. So it's sort of just lining them up, knocking them down, and that's the game. Do we count this as 1 loss or 2? I don't know. It feels like 1, but it scores like 2, so basically, Aether Raids is meaningless, Fire Emblem Heroes is a bad game. I'm Levin Seti via the Let's Play Seti channel, and I'll be back with more fake content sooner than you think. I'm going to be out of town for about a week, but I'm trying to line some things up so that things will be happening on both of my channels, and you won't even know I'm gone. Thanks for subscribing and sticking with that if you choose to, and till then.